What's going on, guys? So it is currently 12:10 a.m. The leaks just came out, the chapter 258 Jujutsu Kaisen leaks, and I stayed up just so I could read them like I usually do every week. And I wanted to go ahead and make a video talking about exactly what happens in this chapter. If you guys like this type of content and you want to see more, please like and subscribe to the video. This is kind of hard for me because I don't really like my voice. So if I get likes and follows, then I might be more inclined to do this more, because this isn't my type of thing. But I wanted to talk about this stuff because I do love JJK. I do love anime in general. So I'd like to get into reading out the spoilers for you guys, because if you're anything like me, I can't wait for Sundays for the chapters to come out. So as soon as the leaks get posted, I'm right there reading them in anticipation to see what's going to happen. It's the highlight of my week, if anything, getting to see these spoilers. So I figured, why not go ahead and talk about what's going on in the chapters and speculate what might happen. I'm just gonna give my opinions and thoughts. Anyways, let's get right into it. So the chapter begins with the narrator explaining that after hitting 2 black flashes, Gojo constructed a special reverse curse technique circuit due to being in an awakened state. That's of course, I guess, referring to his fight against Sukuna whenever he had hit those black flashes on him and Maharaga and managed to heal his arm pretty quickly. Sukuna was also supposed to regenerate all of his arms, but due to Yuji's 7 black flashes, he couldn't regain his reverse curse technique output. But the narrator mentions that Yuji specifically hit black flashes right in between Sukuna and Megami's soul realms. So I'm not really sure how to interpret that, what exactly that means between their soul realms. When it comes to the souls in JJK, it's really, to me, kind of ambiguous. It's not very clear. The whole matter regarding souls to me has kind of become a gray area a little bit. I don't think Gege's really come out and given enough of an explanation, at least to me. I don't understand, or maybe I'm just a stupid fucking idiot, I don't know. But yeah, so hitting in between Sukuna and Megami's soul realm seems like another, I don't want to say cop out, it seems like, what's the word, it just seems like another thing. Like, you know, they start to do good against Sukuna and then he pulls out some sort of get out of jail free card and just kind of gets out of it somehow. I don't really know. So Sukuna instantly uses his domain expansion, Malevolent Shrine, and this is the first of 5 double spread pages in this chapter, and they all look magnificent. I can't wait for the official translations and the official pages to be released, because this is some crazy looking curse spirit something holding Sukuna with his hands, and Sukuna again activating his Malevolent Shrine. The narrator says the king's domain has returned to its master along with the black sparks, of course referring to Black Flash. So that's a little curious. I wonder why that happened, since Sukuna is being basically beaten down by Yuji's black flashes. In that last chapter, he hit like 7 or 8 black flashes consecutively, and then Sukuna is just right to it, you know, acting unfazed, using a domain expansion, when in the last chapter he did look like it was actually affecting him. So I don't really know what's going on there. The narrator says, despite including uncertain elements and including binding vows, Ryomen Sukuna had replicated Malevolent Shrine without dropping its effective range or output after experiencing the Black Flash. See, that sounds like some bullshit.
Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Uncertain elements and binding vows, and he replicated Malevolent Shrine, so he's not using the actual Malevolent Shrine, and he's also not dropping the effective range or output after experiencing the Black Flash. So basically those 8 Black Flashes did absolutely nothing, and he's using his Malevolent Shrine again, and it's just like, what is it going to take to get this guy down? So then we get a flashback, Kakare saying it's important to learn reverse curse technique and countermeasures to domain for this fight. Choso says if it's about reverse curse technique, he and Yuji can manage somehow. Yuji wonders how. Yeah, that's kind of curious. I don't know how you could go into a fight against Sukuna, the king of curses, thinking that you didn't need to know reverse curse technique, how you would possibly survive that. Yeah, that's a blank for me, Choso. I don't know what you're thinking, dude. Choso asked the reverse curse technique users, how do they compensate for the blood when they regenerate their body? And that's also something I've always kind of wondered too throughout the series is, I know they heal, but like, obviously they are losing blood, so I always wondered, I don't think it's ever been revealed, you know, how do they fix their blood loss? Like, how does that happen? And we're getting the answer here. Like, Hikari and Yuta couldn't answer, but Shoko says that she converts cursed energy into blood, so that's pretty interesting. I guess that makes sense, but I would assume that would take a lot of cursed energy, and that goes to show, you know, the reverse curse technique users, you know, how advanced they really are in jujutsu when it comes to you're in the middle of a fight and you're using your curse energy, and then you're also using your curse energy to heal yourself simultaneously, like Gojo and Yuta and Hikari. Hikari says his reverse curse technique is automatic. Okay, I mean, yeah, he's got his domain and that basically makes him immortal, so that was just kind of a go figure thing, I think. And then Yuta says he just goes by instinct, which I think we also already knew that from the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 volume and then also the movie. He just kind of almost instantly knows how to use it, and he heals Panda and Maki whenever they got hit by Genjaku. Choso says his body allows him to convert his curse energy into blood. I guess the same thing as Shoko and Yuji. And if Yuji consumes his remaining brothers, he can gain their curse technique and same properties as Choso to be able to convert curse energy into blood. Choso also says that the downside of using reverse curse technique, which is a large amount of cursed energy consumption, is also not a concern for him and Yuji due to their special body. I mean, we know Yuji has a special body because he was basically crafted by Kenjaku to be the vessel for Sukuna, but I didn't think, or maybe it was never something I picked up on, that Choso had a special body. I just thought he was just, actually I don't know what I thought he was. I didn't think there was anything special about him, but that's kind of an interesting thing to be finding out as well. So Choso asked Yuji to be paired with somebody who can use reverse curse technique when they do the body swapping training. Yuji is confused, and Yui reveals that with the help of his curse technique, he can even swap the souls between human beings. Okay, so that's a pretty big reveal. I, myself, and I know a lot of people for the longest time since we got that chapter have been speculating that Yuji has the ability to swap bodies because he was in Kusakabe and he was like, come on, get it together and hurry up and figure it out, Yuji. I'm just kind of drawing a blank here on what the exact verbiage was, but something along the lines of him and Kusakabe's body, or it was Kusakabe and Yuji's body telling him to hurry up and figure it out. So we kind of like got we got this theory going that he could somehow swap bodies, and so now it's finally being revealed that it's actually Yui who can swap souls, and so they're going to use that curse technique ability of his to start learning verse curse technique and training. Kusakabe says since Sukuna took over Yuji's body and used his curse technique, Yuji's body now remembers jujutsu of a special grade, so they plan to do the same with the soul swap training. Kusakabe will first swap with Yuji's soul and teach his basic cursed energy manipulation and simple domain to Yuji's body. Yui asks them to think wisely and make the pairs for soul swapping training because with a limit of 1 month, he can only swap twice in this duration. So this goes back to that time gap where Gojo said he had some things to take care of before his big fight with Sukuna, and we obviously got the training arc. Well, we didn't get it, but we knew that they were going and they were doing some training, and so this is what they were doing the whole time. They were swapping souls with Yui's curse technique and teaching Yuji some new stuff, which is pretty great. And then here in this next panel, we get to see Yuji using another technique that he learned during this training, which is the new shadow style simple domain, which we've seen Kusakabe do against Sukuna's domain. Yuji notices that Sukuna's domain is incomplete and there's some loophole so he can endure it. The narrator reveals that Sukuna can't maintain this high level domain for a long time and also cannot capture Maki, who has no cursed energy within his domain. So that's kind of a great thing for me personally. This is good because Maki's actually my favorite character, so I don't want to see her die. That's just some thing there, but she's up there. I think she's pretty badass, so I'm glad she's not getting cut down. I'm also very happy and relieved to see that she's still alive after tanking 2 black flashes from Sukuna. Hopefully she can endure this high level domain from Sukuna. Sukuna's malevolent shrine will collapse after 99 seconds. So that's another reveal from the narrator saying that he's only got 99 seconds to hold up this domain. I'm wondering how that's going to affect him after, because normally a sorcerer only uses a domain as a trump card, and he hasn't used his domain since the Gojo Sukuna fight. So I'm wondering if this is going to be another instance where he can just keep spamming it, but with the narrator telling us he only has 99 seconds, I'm assuming that he's going to be kind of done after this. I mean, not done like he can't fight, but done as in like the window for another beatdown is basically going to be open. I don't know. I mean, assuming that the people survive from this. Yuji, Maki, Ino, Choso try to endure the rampage. Choso is concerned about his little brother as he shouts, Yuji! Yuji's simple domain barrier cracks as he couldn't withstand Sukuna's domain slashes. Yuji gets slashed and he loses his left foot, but he's still unfazed. This dude is starting to look more and more like the MC, and that's no insult to Yuji. I've always loved him. He's always been in my top 5 favorite characters. I have no hate or anything for Yuji. He's constantly taking these slashes from Sukuna to the face, to the body, and he's just unfazed. He looks really badass. I mean, he is very badass to be taking all these hits and to just keep going. He notices that the slashes stopped and thinks that they endured the onslaught, but Sukuna immediately brings out flames. So that's another thing that's been speculated now for a while, is if he was going to use that fire curse technique that he used when he was fighting Jogo back in the Shibuya arc. We haven't seen it since then, and I know a lot of people have been speculating and wondering if he was going to bring that out. One thing that I'm speculating, aside from the fact that he's finally bringing this out, is if he has any other curse techniques that he can bring out besides cleave, dismantle, the world cutting slash, and now this fire arrow. Surely he's not reduced to just these two. And of course he's going to bring out another ass pull because it's Sukuna. He's brought out nothing but ass pulls since this last arc has started. My last little notes that I'm going to go over here is, where the fuck is Hikari? We haven't seen that dude in like 7 or 8 chapters. I don't really remember, but we haven't really seen him fight too much against Urame, and we haven't really gotten to see him go up against Sukuna. I mean, I'm not in a rush to watch him get slashed up just like everybody else, but I kind of feel like since he's also a student of Gojo, and we had that whole little mini arc of Megumi and Yuji going to recruit him to help them with this final battle, I kind of feel like he should also be there along with Maki and Akotsu and the rest of the sorcerers fighting, but he's off somewhere fighting or dying against this ice girl or a guy. I don't really know what the gender of this person is yet. But yeah, pretty good chapter. Overall, the double spreads were really awesome. Of course, we're left on another cliffhanger because there's going to be a break next week. Again, if you like this kind of content and you've made it this far, I just wanted to say thank you for listening, and any likes and subscribers, that would definitely motivate me to do this more. It's just kind of me getting out of my shell and trying to do a little bit of different content that I've always wanted to do. So if you do like and you do subscribe, I just want to say that I really appreciate it, and I'll probably give the official chapter review Sunday when it comes out, when we get the official translations and everything. But yeah, thanks guys, I'll see you in the next one.